Hey guys, what's up? This is MurderBoy16, and I am doing a video on my Razor E300 electric scooter, which right now looks like crap because it is completely filthy. But I am doing a video on some of the new mods I made to it and just overall my thoughts about it. So this is, I'm not sure if you guys, if any of you guys have seen my previous video I made on this, but this was a scooter that my friend gave me that was a piece of crap and would not work whatsoever. And the back tire was popped and the front tire was all messed up and stuff. So pretty much I fixed this and I have done a couple mods to it that I'll be showing you right now. The first mod's pretty obvious, and that is that I put on a new second engine to it. So it has two engines, one on top and one underneath, and they're both linked using a custom chain, which they're pretty easy to make if you know what you're doing. But the chains that Razor have, they're so hard to cut and add new links into. So I wouldn't recommend trying this if you're not like pro at making stuff like this. But I did it. It works fine. And you can see I cut out the actual deck to fit the chain in it. And you can see I have access to my motor bolts if I ever need to tighten those down. And I made some pretty good little custom cuts in there, so that way I can reduce splash, if I even get any, from the actual chain. And the reason there's mud on here is because we have had nothing but rain for the past week. In fact, it looks like it might rain again today, but we've had nothing but rain for the past few days or week or whatever. So it has been nothing but mud, and every time I ride this, it gets a ton of mud on it. So basically, some of the other mods I've made to it besides the secondary engine is I put some of my air conditioning tape on here, which works as sort of like a heat reflector, so the engine doesn't get too hot in the sun, and it just blends the cuts out into the scooter better, so it doesn't look as hideous as it would if it had the blue showing there or whatever. It doesn't look as bad. I put on one of my tires from my old Super 1000 watt racing scooter. I put those onto here. Okay, just got something on my camera screen. But I put on some new tires, so those make it so this works. Gets better grip. And this thing gets so much grip that when I'm driving it, and if there's any dirt or whatever, like just dried up dirt, it'll leave a rooster tail behind it of dirt. So it gets plenty of grip. The front tire is one of them that I salvaged off one of the other ones that he gave me. So I removed that and put that on there. And then up here, I have a battery display on here, which tells me my voltage, which has decreased somewhat since I unplugged it. But this allows me to know precisely how much time I have left on my battery, or how much voltage I have left. And I have not run out of battery since. And the batteries that were originally in here, which were my Mighty Max batteries, I moved over to another one, which I'll do a review on that one later. But I put those batteries on that one because they were just kind of shot or whatever, and they weren't working too terribly well because I used them on something else for my school, and we drew a ton of power from them, turned them off, drew a ton of power from them and turned them off, and it just kind of made them have that charge memory issue where if you don't charge them all the way or whatever, or if you use power from them and charge them up or whatever, it will mess them up. So that scooter has suffered that, or those batteries have suffered from that, so I took them off and put them on this one. And this one has new batteries in it, which these batteries have not been messed with ever since I put them in, so it works pretty much stock. And I can get, I think, about 12 miles on the charge on this. I am not sure actually, but it's actually a little bit less mileage that I would imagine that I would get because of the fact that I have 2 engines on there, so I have twice the torque. But the scooter itself works just fine. It works as if it were normal, and you can see the charge display there works pretty well. Pretty boss electric scooter. Just give you a little bit of a walk around here. And yeah, it's pretty beat up, but that's mainly because it was my friend's scooter before he gave it to me. So, and he left it out during Hurricane Ike. So it was literally when I took the bottom motor, I opened it up to see if there was any damage to it, and there was literally a line of rust inside the motor where there had been water sitting in it. So he had left this out in Hurricane Ike, and it pretty much trashed the scooter's electronics and stuff, including the original batteries, which the original batteries from Razor are often crap. So, not trying to diss Razor, but they are. They make a good scooter. Their scooter line is amazing. The scooters are awesome, but the problem is the electronics they put in there just trash them up. So Razor, if they're watching this, or if anyone who's affiliated with Razor is watching this, they can agree with me. The scooters are great. The electronics are crap. So if Razor would make their electronics as good as the actual scooter, the Razor would definitely by far be the best brand there is of electric scooters, because the motors last forever, the chains last forever, the bodies of these things last forever. The only thing that doesn't last at all is the batteries and the computer. So if Razor would just fix that problem, they would be the #1. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this, but this is one of their older models of the Razor E300, where it actually has the folding down handlebars. The new ones, they don't have that. And they also don't have the chain tensioner, the manual chain tensioners. So they have that automatic thing, and that makes them noisy as crap. So if there's any way to do that, if there's any way for you guys to fix that up, I would recommend doing that, because, or if there's any way to just make the chain tight as it is on the originals, that would be so much better, because it would make it work so much better, and it would be so much quieter. Like this thing, when running at full speed, is only about the quarter of the noise that is running at full speed, because of the fact that has that stupid chain tensioner. I hate that. I don't know why Razor went away from the manual chain tensioning to the automatic, but it pisses me off. It's so noisy. But anyway, I'll just give you guys a little bit of, I'll rev the engine and show you that it works just fine. Everything else in this besides the batteries I put in it, and the motor, the secondary motor, is stock. This doesn't bother anything because this is just a battery readout display, but everything else in this is stock. So I'll turn it on and let you guys hear it. It's not nearly as noisy as that is. And that's full speed right there. And you can hear that freewheel clutch. The older freewheel clutch that Razor uses is even quieter than the ones that they use in their newer models. So anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up video on this. I will be doing a riding review shortly after. Hopefully when there's not as much rain and when the weather's better. But, oh, and if you guys haven't noticed, I am using my new Canon camera that I just bought recently. So I hope you guys like the quality of the video. If not, I can turn it up. I have it set to a regular VGA or regular YouTube video quality. But if you want me to, I can turn it up. Just let me know. And yeah, but anyway, this has been my review on my Razor E300 electric scooter. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Stay cool, YouTube. Bye.